Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I have a cute card for you today. So I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I like to make cards here on Facebook, and then I download my video to YouTube. So if you're watching here on Facebook, hello, thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, thanks for watching again. When I say I'll put the link below, I'm usually talking about YouTube, because rumor has it Facebook doesn't like when I put the link below, but anyway, I'll try to get all the information that I can to you. But let me show you. So this is my swap for OnStage. Now OnStage is Stampin' Up! The company that I sell with. They're convention, and we like to take cards and do swaps. So I am in 3 organized swaps. I'm in a birthday swap, which is what I'm going to show you today. I'm in a fun fold swap, which I hope to show you on Monday. And then another one that's just a 20 card swap that doesn't have a theme, I guess you'd say. And then I'll do some for my general swap. So right now I'm totally into swapping. I also did this for my team swap this month, so hopefully they've already gotten their cards. If you haven't gotten your cards and you want to be surprised, don't look. Sorry, it's too late. But let me show you how I made this little card and what I used to make it. So the first thing is this Let's Chat stamp set. When I saw this in the mini catalog, the first thing I said is, I love that stamp set, I want that. I didn't even think about my business and my classes as to what would work with it. I just fell in love with it, and then when I thought of a swap, I thought I'm going to use that stamp set, and that's what I did. So that's the stamp set we're using. Let me show you the designer series paper that I'm using. I'm using this huge pack of paper called the Delightful Eclectic, I think is, yep, Delightful Eclectic. It's one of those packs of paper that's massive, and like it has 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same sheets of paper. So this is like perfect for swaps. And I don't know if you can see, look how pretty that one is, and this one. Maybe this would be my general swap, I don't know. Look at the daisies. There's all kinds of pretty paper in here, but I've taken it and I've cut it down. Whoop, here, let me find it here real quick. This pattern to 3 by 4, and so we're going to use that paper. Now this paper, what's great about this paper right now is it's part of Celebration freebie. However, Celebration ends today, so if you're not familiar, Celebration, you spend $50, and there's a list of a bunch of them that you can get products for free just for shopping. There's also some that if you spend $100, you get a $100 item or whatever it's called. So there's all kinds of different ones. You can find that on StampinUp.com and look into that. I'd love to be your demonstrator, but either way, that's a cool item you can get for free. While we're talking about Stampin' Up! Stuff, I want to let you know that this catalog and this catalog both end at the end of April, right? So the annual catalog we'll have retired lists and carry over lists. But the one thing that you need to be aware of, especially if you're a customer and you have all these things on your wish list, that the retiring colors, so the 2022 to 2024 end colors are all retiring. They're all going away. So the ink refill, the cardstock, those things go really fast. If any of those are on your list, I suggest you buy them now. Don't wait, because like I said, once that retire list comes out, which should be about the middle of March, those will sell out really fast. That's just a warning. Okay, I've got all mine, so I'm good. Let's start with our card now here. So I'm going to bring in, I have all my little pieces and parts cut, and I can tell you what I used here on my video, but you can go to my blog, and I'm trying to get my blog linked with my domain. It's kind of a pain in the rear. I never realized what a troublemaker it would be, but it's becreativewithkathy.com, and right now my domain's not locked, so you'd have to go to These Are My Stamps and search my name, Kathy Howes, and all the supplies and measurements are all on there. So like I said, give me some time. I'm trying to get my domain linked to that, but until then, you have to go to thesearemystamps.com and search my name, Kathy Howes. And then you click on there, and it has, like I said, everything that you want. Okay, this is a half a sheet of garden green cardstock. I'm going to get this out of the way just so I have room to work here. And I'm going to, I've scored it at 4 1/4, which is in half, and I'm going to just fold this right in half right here. I feel all of a sudden very disorganized, so we'll see what happens. And I realized I don't have any scraps of basic white. I'll have to grab one of those. But I'm going to just take this and just attach it to the front with just a little bit of snail. because the fun stuff is gonna, with this card, is gonna be at the very end. Have you ever heard of those little wobbles? I'm gonna put a wobble on here and make my little phone really ring. Does that look pretty straight? Looks good. I like to just eyeball. In fact, nope, it doesn't look good. I'm gonna try to get off there and move it just a hair. Oh, yikes. This side. I don't know why, but I think that makes a difference, and I like it better there. Okay, then this is a piece of basic white, and I just took, oh, and look, there's two of them here. I just took these nested essential dies. I love these things, and I just cut the largest of that shape, whatever that shape is, into this one. And we're gonna start by stamping on there, and then I have, of course, a piece of basic white, which is 5 1/4 by 4. That's gonna be our inside. So we're just gonna stamp on those. Oh, no, I lied. We can't stamp on those. Let me find a scrap of basic white. I think this one's big enough, because we need to stamp our phone first. Okay, so I'm gonna take Night and Navy. Now, before you even start, because this is such a big image and solid, you need to re-ink your stamp, or your ink pad is, which I've already done. So I'm gonna take, I keep getting ahead of myself, because really now I want to stamp on here first. I need to put a scrap paper underneath, and I'm even gonna use my stamp mat. Told you I felt really disorganized, and now it's true. And I'm gonna bring some basic gray. And just because usually on the glass mat, which is another celebration perk, if you join, you can get the glass mat. Usually on the glass mat, I don't need the foam mat, but since it's such a big solid image, I'm gonna use the foam mat. And I'm gonna take that foam cord, an image right here, this one right here, and I'm gonna stamp it first. And now, since my phone is not gonna be on the inside, just the handheld part of it, I'm gonna stamp it so one end of the, see if you can see, one end of my cord is off, and just barely, and the other one is on. And I said that's in basic gray, so it looks just like that. All right, now maybe I get my act together. I'm gonna put the basic gray away. We don't need any more of that. That's the only thing we're gonna do with basic gray. Now I have my Night and Navy, and I'm going to ink that up really good. In fact, I'm gonna, and since it's the first time I've stamped with it today, I'm gonna go ahead and practice. Oh yeah, look, not too bad. Okay, let's ink that up good, because I want a nice, dark, solid image. This time I'm even gonna let it sit on my cardstock a little longer, but I want it to kind of be so it's upright. And maybe I'm gonna get rid of this because I can't see the white on the white. There we go. Maybe my head's in the camera, maybe not. And then I'm going to just attach that to my phone cord. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure, but holding it down and letting that ink sink into my paper. Since, like I said, it's such a hard, or a large, solid image. And then looky there. Haha, nice. Okay, then normally I would stamp this and this great big phone image on a piece of basic white and then fussy cut them out. But because I'm doing this as a swap and I need so many pieces, I'm not going to make you watch me do that. And for a swap, I wouldn't do that anyway. And why I'm stamping this here, I'm not sure. I guess because I inked it up. But then I would cut that out, right? Now, I've already done that. I got my brother Scan and Cut to cut out a bunch of them for me. So I have my phone here and my little handheld. I think this is called the receiver of those old-fashioned phones, right? So we've got those that, like I said, normally I would stamp those on basic white, and then if you only need one or two, I would fussy cut them, but since I need so many for my swap, I went ahead and had my brother Scan and Cut them out. Okay, now we need some of this crushed curry and that word bubble that's in the stamp set, and I'm going to ink it up real good in crushed curry. I'm going to set on here so it doesn't do that loud bunking noise on my mat. And then I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to stamp like my word bubble is coming out of my handheld up here. And then let that ink sink in so I get a good image. And then with this circle saying here, I want this happy birthday right here. This happy birthday fits really well on the inside of that word bubble. So with a little bit of Night and Navy ink, I might get my head in the camera too, you have to bear with me. I'm going to stamp that down right there in that word bubble. So that's the inside of our card, right? Now that we have our little handheld thing, now we can stamp the front of our card. So we're done with Night of Navy, and I'm going to bring in that die cut piece that's really pretty with all the stitching around the edge, and I'm going to lay this at the top, leaving a little bit of room for my like the noise here and here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to stamp that in that crushed curry. So ink that up good here, and then right where around, I don't think I'm going to practice once. It didn't look nice and inky. No, it was good. Okay. I'm going to ink that up good, and then like I said, stamp that over here like the noise coming from the phone, and then do the same thing, try to get that straight, and do the same thing over here. And then of course that noise is the ring of the phone, so then with some shaded spruce, and all of these are just colors that's in that designer series paper. I'm going to stamp this little ring. Try not to get upside down. A little ring right here, and then a little ring right here. And look how cute that is. Okay, so now all of our stamping is done. Let's go ahead and finish our card. Okay, so I'll bring back in that card base. I'm going to take this with just a little bit of tape runner on the back and attach this to the front of our card. And I'm going to try to get it centered in the center here. I guess centered all the way around is what I was going to say. And really you can use the stripes of your designer series paper to help to make sure it's straight. See if I set it down a little bit. Nope, I'm going to go just a little bit more this way. I think that looks, now I think it needs to go a little bit down. Doggone it. Okay, I think that looks good enough right there. Okay, so now we know that our little phone piece has to go here, right? But before we put that down, I'm going to bring in those little wobbles. Is that what they're called? Well, these are called plastic springs, but you can find them on Amazon. I believe I found mine at Hobby Lobby. On Amazon, they're called wobbles, and these are the minis. And I'll tell you right now, they come, at least these come in a package of 12. And if you're going to make 12 cards, don't think that you just need 12 wobbles. You have to be gentle with them. Either that or maybe I'm just rough on everything, because I broke a few of them trying to get them on. Now the wobbles here, oh, see, I broke one already. I am just rough with everything. Anyway, the wobbles have a hard plastic side, and they have like a thin plastic side like this. And I think you're supposed to put the thin plastic side down and the hard plastic side up. However, because I'm going to trim those down, I'm going to put that thin plastic side up, and then use my take a pick tool here because it's got this backing on here. And on this side, the backing is in two pieces. There we go, there's one. Let's get the other side off. So you have a little piece that looks like that. Right, now I'm going to try to get it straight here. There we go. And then I'm going to take my little phone handle piece or handset or whatever this is called, and I'm going to set it in the middle of that wobble like this. And like I said, I've done a bunch of these, and at first I tried putting the hard plastic side up and then cutting it away, and it kind of worked, but not as easy. Well, really, I tried cutting the hard plastic, and it wasn't as, this is easier if you do it this way. Like I said, I think this is upside down, but it tends to be a lot easier to cut. So then with just a pair of plain old paper snips, now that it's that thin side, you can just carefully, and I broke it again. I told you I go through more wobbles. Good thing they're not too expensive. Let me do one more time here. You have to bear with me. I didn't expect to go through all three. Now I'm really nervous. Let me see if I can get this one without breaking it. And normally I would just break one every now and then, not two on one card. It's not quite that fragile. That's the word. I'm sorry, I can't do two things at once. Plus now I'm a little flustered because I broke two of my little wobbles. And I should say mini wobbles, because if you look at them, they make bigger wobbles, and they made this size. And I tried to find a wobble a little bit smaller, but these are the smallest I could find. Okay, let's try one more time. Put my hands, of course, if I wasn't on video, you know, I wouldn't have any troubles whatsoever. put my hand set back on there, and let's cut this off very gently. And see, you can just cut that little piece of plastic that's on there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm going to put that here in the trash can so it doesn't stick to anything else. And then gently do it on the other side. Please don't break. But that's why if you want to make 12 cards, I suggest you buy at least 2 packs of wobbles, or enough wobbles in case one of them breaks like that one did. Now my cardstock's bent because of the, there we go, now it's back. So now we're all ready to put that on my card. So I'm going to take the other side of that backing off. And watch, you guys probably won't have any trouble because you're not as hard on your products. I have a really strong hand. I don't have a light hand at all. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over. Now, I want to line it back up where I stamped it here earlier, right? Making sure that this is flat. So it looks about like, whoop. Does that look good like there? Nope, look, it's crooked. I want to move it so these two end up about where, there we go. And then I'm going to use my scissors and push that plastic part real good. Make sure it's stuck onto my card. Now, drum roll. And look how cute that is. So when you say ring, 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 sorry, I play and play and play with it all the time. So now in that little foam part, I'm going to take some dimensionals here and put it on the back. And then pop that up. And when I put my phone onto my card, this part of the phone onto the card, I'm going to just make sure that I get it straight so it lines up with the bottom of the Designer Series paper. Because I want to tuck it under here, but see how that little bit of Designer Series paper shows underneath? And I want to make sure that it's centered in between, or at least close to centered in between my yellow, I call them noisemakers. I'm not quite sure what those are. But so it looks, that looks, no, see now it's a little bit low. Low then high. There we go. I think I like it right there. So there you go, just like that. So then you ring, ring, and they say hello, and you say, whoops, read it inside, happy birthday. So you'll have to let me know that if you happen to be in a swap, or even if you are in a swap, if this, you think this is a good idea, if you'd enjoy getting this card. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot one thing. So then I'm going to take my little, I call this the heart punch, but really it's a bee builder punch. And I'm going to punch out that smallest heart here in some Poppy Parade cardstock. And just with a simple glue dot, because this is like the finaling touch on this cute little card, and I almost forgot. And I'm going to put that little glue dot on the heart, or the heart on the glue dot, and then set that right inside the center of our rotary dial thingy there. There, now look how cute it is. Ring, ring, happy birthday. So then I'll take all my swaps like I normally do. I'll take one of our clear envelopes and I'll put it in here so that the face is forward and looks really nice, like that. I'll take one of my business cards and put it back there like that. Whoops. I like to put it so it looks nice too. And it doesn't cooperate. There we go. And then I'm going to just tuck that in there so they can still use the envelope if they want to. And it looks like that. And there you go. So there's all my little swaps. 1, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm all ready. And I have extra phones so I can make extra ones to send to my people who have a birthday, or maybe I'll take them with me and see if I can't swap with some other people. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. You'll have to let me know what you think. Again, becreativewithkathy.com. I'm going to try to get that domain linked to my blog so you can see all the supplies that I used and the measurements. The last thing I just want to throw out there, I don't know if you've heard or not about Close to My Heart. I just want to say that I'm really sorry for all those makers out there that if it was Stampin' Up closing those doors like Close to My Heart did, I would just be crushed. So just to let you know that my thoughts and prayers are with you. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here Monday. Bye-bye.